Hello chatbots out there. Today in this vlog I'm going to be telling you guys all about what I got up to on my last few days of the week. So that's my Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On my Wednesday afternoon I got myself ready and went off for a massive walk, and my grandparents needed my dad to help them put the outside seating for their back garden together, so my mum and dad went off to do that. So I then, after my walk, met at my grandparents' house with my mum and dad, and on the way down to my grandparents' house, while on my walk, I got some flash snaps that I'm going to show you guys now. I just love photography so much, loving the sunshine that we're having at the moment. I then met my mum and dad down at my grandparents' house, where my dad was out in the garden putting the garden furniture together, and me, my mum and dad and my grandparents had a really nice catch up, had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and had a custard slice that I would have shown, but I forgot to take a photo, and it was so good. I love a good custard slice. Ate it too quickly. Then we were just enjoying the sunshine and just having a nice chat. Had a few more cups of tea. My dad then had to go to the dump to drop some stuff off there. Then he got back and my mum dropped me back home, got into my work uniform, and my older brother was back from work, and then my mum dropped me to work. On the way there we got fish and chips for tea, and I got those, and then my mum went back to my grandparents' house and she had her tea with my dad at my grandparents' house, and then I had work. It went really well. It wasn't too busy, but it was a good mixture because it wasn't too busy, wasn't too quiet, and I was serving food, drinks, doing bill taking, doing food and drink ordering, and my confidence is finally getting there after being off 8 months due to lockdown. Like myself and a lot of other people I was talking to, our work confidence had been shot, so I was a little bit anxious, but I'm slowly getting there. And I saw one of the old LSAs from my primary school who hadn't seen me in like 8 or 9 years. So I had my mask on obviously, but I said, you probably don't recognise me with my mask on, but it's Dan. I went to put my book and she was like, oh my god, yes, I remember you. How are you doing? And she's asking about my family and everything, and yeah, it's really sweet, really lovely to catch up with her. Then I was serving food outside, only to find out that the table I served the food to was one of my ex-colleagues who now works down in the co-op in the high street. So he was there with his fiancée, his girlfriend, now fiancée, so I was like, congratulations on the engagement, because it's the first time I've seen them since they got engaged. And yeah, it was really nice to see them, had a nice catch up with them. I only made one mistake, and that's because this lady ordered a drink and she said a non-alcoholic drink. So a non-alcoholic beer, so of course I got her that, and then she was like, oh no, I ordered an alcoholic one. And she got all confused, and so did I. So it was fine, we sorted it, which is the main thing. As long as we sorted out the mistakes, that's the main thing. And I made up for it because my boss was on his break outside, and I knew one of the ladies she was with, whose siblings I went to school with, so I was asking about her kids and what they were doing now and stuff. So that was good, and I was very apologetic, and yeah, it was a good shift. I then finished about 10ish, and I got clocked off and got picked up by mum. I did text her, so I was going to walk home, but my mum didn't have a phone with her, so she drove past just as I was walking down the road, so I had to run all the way back up and get dropped back. Got back, put my work clothes in the wash, then I had my fish and chips, I just had some fish cake, had a cup of tea, and then I was just sat out in the garden trying to cool down because I was literally melting, it was so hot. And then I finished writing my journal, watching UK soaps and Love Island, and I went off to bed. Then on my Thursday, I got up, got showered and changed, had some cereal for my breakfast, listened to a bit of music, watched some TikToks and vlogs, did a bit of colouring in, and my dad was at work. He then went off fishing with my uncle. My older brother and sister were at work, younger brother was out playing football with his mates, and younger sister is at hers at the moment. And my mum and myself were just watching a bit of TV. I then was just doing a bit of drawing, working on some illustrations, watching a bit of Young Royals, which I am obsessed with. If you are not watching Young Royals on Netflix, definitely do. I hope to God that we get a second season, and it's just so beautiful. I love Phelan and Simone. They are just so beautiful, and I can't stop rewatching it. I'm literally obsessed. There's only 6 episodes in this season, so I'm hoping there'll be more episodes to come. It is pretty popular, and I love A Fool to Remain Sane, which is the song that Omar, who plays Simon, sings, and he's got such a brilliant voice, and he did a cover of Symphony by Zara Larsson and Clean Bandit, and it's just such a beautiful cover. So I've been listening to those 2 covers so much at the moment. And then I got myself ready, and me and my mum were going to the garden centre with my grandma. My younger brother got back from playing football, and he then went off to do gardening at my grandfather's house, and then went off to play golf. And then my grandma came and picked me and my mum up, and we went off to the garden centre, and I got some flowers from the garden centre while my mum and grandma were picking up some flowers for their gardens, and I'm going to show you guys those now. Love flower photography, love it at the garden centre. I just find it so therapeutic, so peaceful. And then we went off to the cafe where we got some drinks and had some food, and I had some pancakes. I had banana pancakes with maple syrup, and they were so delicious, and I'm going to show you guys those now. They were amazing. I wasn't sure at first. I was like, I was going to have a cake, and I was like, no, I'll have the pancakes. And I'm glad that I chose the pancakes in the end, because they were literally delicious. I had a cola. We then got back. My grandma went off home. I didn't watch the Aussie soaps, and for my lunch I'd had some eggs, and I'm going to show you guys those now. They were excellent. See what I did there? And yeah, I then was just listening to a bit of music, writing a bit of my journal, doing a bit of colouring on the colour on my phone, which is super therapeutic. Absolutely love that. Then my older brother was back from work, and he was on his Xbox, and I got myself ready to go to touch rugby. He wasn't going as his knee isn't very good at the moment. And then my younger brother was back from being out playing golf, and I started watching season 2 of Never Have I Ever on Netflix, which is such a good series. I am Team Ben, but I also love Paxton, whatever his name is, Paxton and Ben, and Devi has to choose between them. And yeah, I wish 2 guys were fighting over me, and I've started watching it. I've watched episode 1 and part of episode 2, and then my older sister's boyfriend came and got me and my younger brother and went off to touch rugby. It was really good, super hot, so I had a massive bottle of water to keep myself hydrated, and it was a really good game. There wasn't so many people this time, probably because of the heat, probably it's too hot, so quite a lot of people were like, can't be bothered to come on and play touch rugby. But yeah, it was really good. I scored 1 try, it should have been 2, but I got caught the first time. The second time I didn't, so I was so happy with myself. And my older sister came along, always late, never on time, bless her, and we did really well. Me, my brother and sister all scored tries, which is really good. And then I got back, got showered, got in my PJs, and had Spanish chicken for tea, which was so good. I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. My older sister stayed for a little bit after coming back from touch rugby, and then she went off home, and we did rock paper scissors to see which film we were going to go see, Cruella or In the Heights, and I won. So because I wanted Cruella and she wanted In the Heights, so we've come to a compromise, and tonight we're going to be going to see In the Heights, and my younger sister has been raving about that. And then this Thursday coming, I'm going to be going to see Cruella, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that with Emma Stone and Emma Thompson. They are amazing, and also I've heard quite good things about In the Heights, so I'm looking forward to watching that tonight as well, which is going to be good. So lots of cinema trips, and then I watched the UK soaps and Love Island. I finished writing my journal and then put that away. I then went off to bed, and then on my Friday I got up, got showered and changed, had a cuppa and some toast, and listened to a bit of music, did a bit of drawing. My dad was at work, he got back and went off to bed. Older brother and sister at work, and younger brother was just on his Xbox. Me and mum watched a bit of TV. I then got myself ready and went off on a walk and went up to my workplace. Can't stay away from the place, and I got myself a tasty tea cake and a fresh orange juice, which is so good. I love fresh OJs so much, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. I have my work shift rota, and I'm doing 5 shifts this week. Since coming back from the lockdown, my confidence hasn't been very good, so I was doing like only 3 shifts a week, and because 2 of my colleagues are off on holiday soon, I have got a few more shifts than I normally have, so I was a little bit anxious at first, but I worked all the Eat Out to Help Out and a Burger and Burger, so I know I'm going to smash it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So I'm working tomorrow. I've got a split shift. Then I've got my touch rugby tournament Sunday, where it's going to be like 30 degrees, so I'm going to have to make sure I wear lots of sun cream, wear a hat, drink lots of water. Then I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday I'm off because of touch rugby in the evenings, and then I think I'm working Friday, and I'm not sure if I'm working Saturday, because Saturday's not, we don't see the following Saturday and Sunday yet. So yeah, I'm working lots, but I know I'm going to do well. I've got such a lovely supportive staff, so if I get worried or anxious or a bit stuck, I know I can always talk to them, and if it gets too busy I normally just end up just running food and drinks and not doing any food and drinks orders because I don't want to make any mistakes, but yeah, I'll be fine. And then after having my tasty tea cake and fresh OJ, I said have a nice holiday to one of my colleagues who was working, who I won't see now until she's back from her holiday, and then I went off and had a look at some of the charge shops. Wasn't anything that took my fancy. I then went off to my favourite little flower shop, and I got some flower snaps from there. Absolutely love it in there. I'm going to show you guys those flower snaps now. Then I went off down to the coffee place just around the corner on the edge of the high street where my ex-colleagues work, and one of my touch rugby teammates owns it. So I went in there and was having a nice catch with one of my ex-colleagues from there, and got myself a white chocolate and mint frappe. Definitely needed it with this hot weather, literally melting, and I got that and enjoyed that on the way home. I'm going to show you guys a snap of that now. I'm now home. I sat by the fan to cool off, wrote a bit of my journal, had some lunch and a cup of tea and some biscuits, and just read a bit of the Modern Society. Such a great read, absolutely loving that. So almost done. I'm such a slow reader, but it's almost done. And my dad's up from his nap and just sorting stuff on the house, and I think he's going to be getting the swimming pool up this weekend, which is very exciting. I can't wait, especially with my touch rugby tournament on Sunday. I'm just going to get back and dive into the swimming pool in my clothes and all. I just can't wait, as it's just so hot. And I am now off to go and watch today's Aussie soaps, write a bit of my journal, and then just chill. And then my older sister's coming to get me for about 6ish, and then we're heading off to watch the film In the Heights, which I'm so excited for. Just seen the trailer and it looks amazing. I hope you guys have all had a great week, all have a lovely weekend ahead. Stay safe in this heat, and I will see you with a new vlog very soon. Bye.